Hey yo, what up, man? It's Big Lou Gaming, and we're back for a Monday video. And honestly, it's really just because Egghead Jr.'s last day is here. So this is how far I got as far as the milestones go. I'll be completely honest. Like, yeah, if you guys watch my videos, I did drop $20 on that Easter pack, just because it was way too good to pass up, guys. It was just like that fool you not $20 deal that they had back then. As I mentioned before, I usually spend about $10 per event just on energy, but those two deals were just way too good to pass up. So I'm just logging in for the daily reset at 7 p.m. my time. Again, I'm from Houston, Texas. If you guys are some new viewers, you know I represent the H. Got it tattooed on my sleeve and everything. So all right, I wanted to talk about just my overall thoughts about this event. My final thoughts. Somehow, some way, I was able to get him to 5.1 stars, I believe. Yeah. And final thoughts on Egghead. Honestly, I ended up really liking him. I wish he had a passive ability where he could heal your team up a little bit, like with this move that he can use every single turn. If it was something like Climber Granny, I wish he would be like, and heal for 200 health, something minimal, because he gets to do it every single turn. So if he had given your team 2 attack up for 2 turns, 15% turn meter, and heal for 200 health, he would have been perfect, but all in all, I don't mind using him as is, simply because I was able to go up through the campaign till battle 4, I believe. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Under flight plan. So I got to battle 5 or battle 4, and I can't beat battle 5. Battle 4, actually battle 3 was the one that surprised me the most, because there was so much defense up, and I just flipped it with Egghead while protecting him with my foghorn, and boom, I whooped on the whole team. It was just a very easy swipe. And then Daffy had like 7 attack ups, and next thing you know, there's 7 attack downs for the rest of the match, because he was tuned up high enough so that he gains those attack ups for the rest of the match, or for 4 turns, which is more than enough time for me to finish wiping him out. Same thing with battle 4. I didn't 3-star, but it was pretty easy, because every time Porky Pig attacks, he gives a defense up to a random ally. I let them build up a couple of their defenses up, or their attack ups, and then I just flipped them with Egghead. So the reason I was able to get Egghead to 5.1 stars was, believe it or not, just pure luck. One of them was because in the offers section, they gave me a rainbow egg. I'm not sure if that happened to everybody, but they gave me a rainbow egg, and with that rainbow egg, I got to 3 rainbow eggs, I believe. And because of that, I was able to get like another 100 pieces or something like that. So yeah, I got into 5.1 stars. Final thoughts is I guess he's worth it, I'm not gonna complain too hard about it. You know what, I'm gonna get these red punching clocks. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have wasted that. But now what I want to do, I think I'm done with this event, to be honest. Like, I'm a few pieces away from getting him to 6-star, which was one of my biggest goals, Wildy Coyote. I have him at 5.1 stars. I don't care about getting him higher than that. Too Cool for School, I was able to complete it. And honestly, right now, all I'm waiting for is being able to get one more book to have one more chance at a rainbow egg. But even that doesn't matter. Because I forget what the rainbow egg gets you. If I can get 2 rainbow eggs, then it's not worth it, because I need 2 more to get 125 pieces and 15 superior farm materials. And then that last one, Too Cool for School, gave me this reward, which I am saving for the new Ninja Ralph and Samurai Sheepdog event. Oh man, I was playing Overwatch. I wasn't sleepy, and as soon as I started recording, I got sleepy. So sorry about that, guys. So okay, I wanted to do 2 things, and this may be a long video again. It's already 1900. Well, just a reset, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Should I waste some of this energy on this? Because I would like a golden egg, but the chances of getting a golden egg are so freaking low. So I'll do this. I'll waste some energy on the first 2 acts to see if I get at least 1 golden egg, because that's literally all I need to get 1 more book, to get 1 more chance at a rainbow egg. But yeah, these rainbow eggs are ridiculously difficult to come by. Yep, I knew it. I was able to get my 5 through the quests. I think I got 5 total. Yeah, I got 5 only, and that was enough to get me going for a bit. So let me just check how many silver eggs I have. See, yeah, you know what, guys? No, I'm done with this event, because I would like to get 1 more book, but I think just to get it out of my mind, I'm gonna go ahead and then just spend those 3 books on the Too Cool for School event and get it over with. Yeah, see, I wasn't even gonna get a rainbow egg, so boom, done. I'm done with this event, guys. I was able to come out on top. I think I have 18 golden tickets. And guys, all right, so I want to talk about this upcoming event because Scopely did it fantastic. Okay, they gave us more than enough detail on what all we need to make sure we can get these toons. So I don't care about their backstory so much. But this is Ninja Ralph. He's gonna be an attacker, I'm pretty sure. He gains piercing. He's the first toon to gain piercing as a stat, as a buff. So I was able to watch someone else's YouTube video, which, let me know, guys. I don't know how some of these people get leaks on what their abilities do. I would love to have that ability. I'm probably going to message Scopely to see if they'll support my YouTube channel so that I can get, information on their attacks and their abilities like a day beforehand, like some other YouTubers do. Yeah, that's, I don't want to get too off track. So basically, he's gonna be a permanently hitting toon. If he doesn't have toon, then he will gain hidden. But he starts off hidden. So, hidden ambush. Desperado Dog, Ninja Ralph, Daffy Duck, Sylvester Jr. I don't know why they're recommending Daffy Duck. But he just dominates. Okay, he's gonna be a very good attacker. And with hunters, Elmer Fudd, Ninja Ralph, Outback Dog, and Cupid Elmer. I'm pretty sure it's just Outback Dog with for the God, I can't speak, for the counters. And then like the Elmer Fudd, the rare defender, gives everybody an attack boost if they're hunters. So, and then here's the legendary. So I'm not too worried about this legendary. I've only just unlocked my 2nd legendary toon. I think the way that they're gonna do this event is exchange golden tickets. Like if you guys remember the Hugo event, it was trade like 3 or 4 golden tickets for 1 black ticket, and then 3 black tickets gets you a spin to do this. No, I'm not going to try too hard on the legendary unlock. I'm going to focus mainly on Ninja Ralph and see if I can get him to at least 6-star. I will be trying my hardest for you guys to get him to 6-star. So there's going to be multiple exchanges. So let's see. I think, okay, so the biggest thing for me is getting Ninja Ralph to at least 6-star. My Cupid Elmer, Referee Foghorn, and Siegfried Elmer. I want to get Siegfried Elmer to 6-star. He's at 5-star, and at 5 stars alone, he is ridiculously powerful. So samurai helmets, yeah, yada 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 yada. That's for the samurai wheel. To get samurai sheepdog pieces, but I can already assure you that's gonna be ridiculously difficult. That's where it says. Samurai helmet exchange for prediction exchange, golden tickets for samurai helmets. That's what I mean. And that's just going to be too... And it'll probably only give you like 30 pieces if you do get them. So, type of toons required. So, look at this in yellow, guys. All players that beat Act 1 of the K9 Shogunate campaign will get legendary Ninja Ralph. For this particular act, make sure your Scout Toons and Bugs Bunny are in good shape. That is the key takeaway of all of this, guys. All right, you're basically guaranteed to have them, and if not, then that's probably because you're not strong enough to like have your scout tunes like all the way up. I think it's only 4 acts with 4 battles. So if you beat these 4 acts with 4 battles with your scout tunes and Bugs Bunny, I think you're set. So looking at that, the second thing I wanted to do is, best team comps per region. But for now, yeah, these are my tunes. So scout tunes, I'm not sure if Elmer Fudd he's not a scout. He's a featured event tune, but he's not a scout. But here is Scout Foghorn. My Scout Foghorn's 6.3 stars. My Scout Granny is 6.2. And my Scout Sylvester, I just started working on him since I saw that. I think I had him at 3.1 stars, and I had so many pieces for him, so I made sure I start him up. But he's still just so weak, man. Like his attack 272, health 789, defense is super low. So I don't know. It'll be a little difficult. Okay. That's my 3rd yawn of the video. Sorry about that. So that being said, just make sure you guys focus on your scout tunes for the next couple of days. To see if you can get Ninja Ralph. So, the second thing I wanted to do, like I mentioned earlier, is best teams per region. Okay, I went to try to work on a tier list, but making a tier list on my phone is a little tedious, so that'll be a whole separate video, okay? But Forest Tunes. I know that, when you first start, you have Bugs, Granny, Scout, Foghorn, and I believe Scout Sylvester or Fisher Cat Sylvester. So starting, yeah, that's fine. Bugs, he ends up being pretty OP. Scout Foghorn is decent tank. Scout Leader Granny is fine initially, but just overall Forest tunes to focus on, as you guys can see, are my top 3. So that'll be my Cupid Elmer, my OG Bugs, my OG Daffy, and if I were to throw in a 4th just to finish creating a team, it'll have to be Elmer Fudd. Simply because he can heal himself, but overall both of these tanks are just not very good. The good thing about Elmer is he can heal himself. The good thing about Scout Foghorn is he can cause stun. But other than that, both tanks are B tier for me at the most. So moving up to WB Studio, it's hard to talk about teams because some of these tunes I haven't even leveled up myself, so I haven't even tried them up with my higher level teams, okay? But again, the monster tunes I think are the best part about the WB tunes. So that'll be Monster Fog, which I use regularly on defenses, Ralph the Vampire, and then Dr. Dogstein is just such a common featured event tune that I was able to. He's gonna be my first 7-star for WB, I'm pretty sure, and he's worth it. He causes stun, gives sure critical, and his primary attack cannot be dodged. So he's always featured on any event where tunes can dodge. I have a high dodge chance, just because he can bypass dodge, and they want to give you a chance to be able to do that. So those are my top 3 in this section. But, excuse me. Tunes that I do want to work on, or continue to work on, are Kitty Catty, because she just gives you free attacks. Speed Skater Coyote, I just got him to 5-star not too long ago. Sylvester Slaslow, I feel like he has potential, but I feel like I can't use him effectively until he's 6-star. Rocket Sylvester is decent. I'm not too worried about him. He heals a lot, but not often enough for me. And then Reindeer Roadrunner. I really, really, really want to work on him. But it'll just take me some time. I'm probably not going to work on him again until the next event. But if you do have these 3 monster event tunes on the top, you can pair them with any other healer. I usually do it with Elf Daffy or Rocket Sylvester, and that's a good WB team right there. Avaluni, guys, I can't even start on Avaluni. Just exclude all the common tunes, which I think there's only 2. But Avaluni tunes are the most overpowered tunes in this whole game. Again, thinking about making a tier list, most of my S tier tunes, or tunes that I would put in S tier, are Avaluni tunes. Black Knight Sam being godly. Grand Duke Sylvester, I think, is godly. Valkyrie Bugs is just so OP. She causes silence for so long. She can remove everything, and it's just, I love Valkyrie. Pepe Labard, I think, is tied for best healer with Granny, depending on the situation and on your team comp. Friar Porky, his defense is just so high. He heals himself. I think he can only get defense down as a negative. Yeah, he's immune to stun, attack down, damage over time, and silence. Immune to almost everything except defense down. Like, it's just all of these tunes are good. So to give you honest advice, whatever Avaluni tune you already have with the highest stars, just keep going with him. You know, for me, initially it was Daffy Hood because he's just easy to work on, and he carried me through most of the game. His primary attack steals, I think. Pickpocket, let's see, steals a random buff, and then Arrow Strike, 3 extra buffs, so 4. So I use him usually as a counter to Grand Duke because he steals all his counters, and then he starts countering back and steals even more counters, and it's just he's a good tune. But if you want to do long-term grinding, then for sure Black Knight Sam and Grand Duke Sylvester. They'll carry you through so much. And then Pepe Labard, of course, and Valkyrie if you can, you know. But again, like, just all of these tunes are very valuable in their own right. Okay, like Siegfried Elmer, I'm excited that he's gonna be a featured event tune because I need more pieces for him. I want him as 6-star. He's at 10,900 power level, and he's only 5-star. You know, and that's what's crazy. Like, he's like, I don't know, he's only 5-star competing against other 6-stars. You know, I want to work on Elmer the Shore. But that's just gonna take me a while. I'm gonna have to wait for the next event. But again, really, just aside from like these bottom tunes, really, that I don't really care about, any Avaluni tune, like if you just so happen to get one of these attackers, just work on them. You know, like, look at these stats: 460 attack, 686 defense. That is insane defense for an attacker. I think Grand Duke is higher than that just because he's leveled up. So 477, 663. You know, that's just insane. And then one of my all-time favorites is Devil Dog. It's not even that his defense is ridiculously high. It's just when he taunts, he gives them attack down, and it helps him out. So actually, one of my favorite defensive teams is an all Avaluni team consisting of Black Knight Sam, Devil Dog, Valkyrie, and Witch Hazel. That is just so much damage over time that it's almost guaranteed to protect most of my crates. So Tasmania, I can't really speak too much on. They're hard of. It's like, you know, the goal is to focus on these tunes, and you can't, simply because you can't task them. Just ignoring the legendaries like Treasure Hunter Tweety and Taz. My favorite ones so far is obviously Outback Dog, which was an amazing event last event. Scopely, if you're hearing this, just keep making events like that. And then Bellboy Daffy paired with Bellboy Gossamer, and then really just any other tank or DPS. I usually pair them with Tasmanian She-Devil. That's decent enough. Town Tunes. They have a pretty good lineup, but were I to create a team from here, I would go Prizefighter Daffy, Referee Foghorn, and then really it's just up in the air who you want to use. So if you want, Referee Foghorn gives some healing, and he's basically a tank himself. Look at that defense, 853 with almost 2,000 healing. Like, he's 7-star, of course, but at his own star level, he just has very high defense. So you don't even need to protect him too much as a healer. But given the opportunity, like if my tunes were higher, like in level, I would work on Lola, and then Porky Pig. Just like 2 healers, a defender, and then Lola for massive damage. So she's 5-star and like already higher than some of the other tunes, you know. And then I have a soft spot for Pepe Le Pew just because he's helped me through so many other events. And his speed and his ability to inflict damage over time just have really saved me in the past. Farm, I don't really mess with, to be honest with you. If I could get Henry Hawk to 6-star, I'd probably use him more often. But at 5-star, he's not worth it to me. Sam Sheepdog is just so strong. But again, like it's hard to get pieces for him. He's hardly in events, and they hardly give out pieces for him because they know he's OP. Once he taunts and gains his counters, like that's it. You know, like you're gonna lose the tune. And then I recently got Fogleg up to 6-star, now at 6.1, and he's honestly, I would probably rate him like high A tier or low S tier. Desert Toons. These are iffy. I think I just talked about it in another video. If I were to make an actual team, I would use Speedy because he's just S tier. Desperado Dog, he's like a top A tier. I'll use Wild E Coyote and then Nasty Canasta. Reason being is Nasty Canasta is again a tank in his own right. 489 defense, but I think is it Iron Gut? Yeah, unless he has defense down. He has 50% higher defense. That's a 700 defense as an attacker. So I would use Nasty Canasta, Wild E Coyote, because his abilities are just amazing. Speedy Gonzalez, and then Desperado Dog. I realize I don't have a healer, but if I had to remove one toon, I'd probably remove... See, I don't know. I'd probably remove Nasty Canasta, and then throw in Barkeep Sheepdog. Just for some additional healing. All right, CD Toons, honestly, like, the perfect team, like, the perfect team is Granny's team. So it'll be Granny, Sylvester, Tweety, and Hector. Just all her pets. I did kind of end up liking Batsuit Wild. I ended up having a fight one at 7-star, and that was just ridiculous. He swept my whole team, had speed up, like went twice back to back. Like it was just ridiculous how fast he is. But if you're a beginner, I would say work on your Leopold. Okay, don't sleep on him, especially if you time your moves right, especially your taunt. So his taunt is he steals all positive status effects from the target. So if you're fighting against a Granny, you steal like the permanent healing over time that any other enemy toon has. Okay, so don't sleep on Leopold. He actually carried me through a good chunk of the game until I got better defenders. Until I hit my jackpot on OG Gossamer. Because back then they used to give you 850 pieces minimum, and that's what I got. So I was able to get my OG Gossamer up to like 6-star, and then he was my main tank. But really, just don't sleep on Tweety. Tweety's one of those toons where literally all you gotta do is protect him, and if he's protected, he brings value to the team because he does like this little get him. So basically the rest of your team attacks and pile on. So just your team will do the attacking for you, and if you want to get a little extra dodge for protection, you just gotta time it. So the way that I do it is I do pile on, and then just before Hector can taunt, and then once Hector's taunt's about to be over, I use Whittle Flop to get some dodge up on him. Okay, and then after Hector's taunt, I use Sylvester's ability, Preparation, which gives everybody hidden, and once him and Tweety have hidden, Granny heals them for gaining hidden, and they just work really, really, really well. But don't sleep on Leopold if you're a beginner. And honestly, when I was first starting as well, I used Mr. Sam a lot. I would use 2 defenders, and then I would use Joe Monday. But then I unlocked Granny. So once I unlocked Granny, I would use Leopold, Mr. Sam, Granny, and then I think back then, it was still Joe Monday. But again, so Granny's pets, Leopold, and Batsuit Wild, if you're able to ever get them. Space is the weakest region for me. I don't even want to make a team. Duck Dodgers, he shouldn't even be an epic attacker. I hate him. I really do. I guess he can have a high attack. Maybe I'm speaking badly on him because I don't have him at 6-star yet. But really, the toon that gives me the most benefit out of this whole region is Astronaut Sylvester. So definitely work on him. He can definitely get you through some tough fights. If you are struggling against teams that have Granny, use Astronaut Sylvester, because Confiscation Beam, once she gives everybody heal up, you steal those. You steal those healing over times, and he can stack up to 8, 12. Like, I think the most I've ever gotten with him was like 15 healing over time. So he's basically invincible, because every other time he gets hit, he gains sure dodge. So he's, I mean, you guys have used him, I'm sure. But he's the only one that I would really work on. I guess I would like to get Marvin up to at least, honestly, past 6 stars, at least 7 star. Because I feel like he's just weak to me. But, I mean, I don't know. Just, I don't like the space region. And then Summon Toons, these are going to be a little harder to unlock for y'all. I haven't been able to work on them too much. But now that I have these Toons, with the exception of Hugo, I would work on Tourist Daffy. Obviously, Yeti Gossamer. I would work on Winter Bugs. And then as my healer, and your only healer that you have, really, is Climber Granny. I mean, Tourist Daffy heals. But I think you would have to go with double healer. And then if you don't want to go double healer, sorry about that. If you don't want to go double healer, then just go ahead and work on your Mounty Elmer. He's pretty sturdy. He has a high defense, 499. And he can get you through some fights just with taunting back and forth with him and Yeti. But yeah, guys, that I know I took long, but that's just who I recommend per region. Okay, but these are my Toons. What I use the most is obviously my top 4. Occasionally I swap out Grand Duke Sylvester with a secondary healer, which is my Labard. Or depending on the teams that I'm fighting, I would use Labard. I would swap out Labard and use my Valk. I usually reserve Valk for any teams that may inflict damage over time, because she basically removes all of that. But yeah, these are my Toons. I've been working on this for about a year and like 3 months, I think. And I'm slowly getting up there, you know. I'm trying to get my first 7.7 star with OG Goss, which is, like, to this day is my favorite tank. He just has so much health, so much defense, and he's only a rare defender too. But yeah, guys, let me know what y'all thought overall about the Egghead Extravaganza event. Save your energy for the next event if you can. And let me know what team comps you guys recommend per region, or if I didn't talk about someone that you guys find ridiculously OP. Okay, but okay, that's it for now. Thanks for watching Big Lou Gaming. Please like the video, comment, subscribe if you're able to, and keep supporting me, please. If you guys are on Reddit, I'm often on there trying to give team advice, and that's the best way for me to actually see if you need advice, because there's not too much going on there. So if you need team advice, I like to get on there and give advice as much as possible. But all right, guys, have a good day. Take care. Big Lou Gaming. Have a good day.